Damn it.
Not the start that I wanted to have for summer vacation, but I did find a few items to start off that week. Hey guys, welcome back to another Flea Market Adventures. So I'm finally back with a new Flea Market Adventures video, and I had taken about 6 weeks off for summer vacation. I just wanted to relax. I didn't want to look at a computer screen. That's my job during the year, teaching, so I just wanted to take a break. Now you can see from this opening clip, I did have a lot of luck. We went to the States, we went to a bunch of different flea markets around my area, so we had a great time, but I didn't do a lot of recording. Now that I'm back to work, when you're watching this Monday, videos are going to come back out regularly now, but like I said, I just wanted to relax and enjoy the summer. So this is a great overview of, I'd say, 80% of all the things that I picked up, and we'll go through some of the clips, and of course at the end we're going to do the obligatory look at all the stuff that I bought and how much I spent on it. So of course we're going to start off with St. Eustache. We try and get here twice a month, and now that the bridge is open, they were doing a bridge repair, so it's a lot easier to get over to the Montreal side. I'm sure we'll get back there at least once more in August, and hopefully a few times in September. So again, Dallas and I took the baby. We took my stepson and our two nephews, and some of the camera work is zoomed in, and it's a little shaky because Bowen and Ren were on video camera duty that day. They got about 20 minutes of footage altogether, but once they started seeing things that they wanted to collect, things got put on the side. So I made do. It's weird how your hunting priorities change. I still keep an eye out for video games, but video games, I have most of what I want in my collection now, and it's getting really hard to find deals at the flea markets that we go to, because everyone seems to be in the know that video games are quote-unquote collectible and valuable now. So we kind of turned our attention to toys. I've been really into collecting He-Man figures, getting some Transformers, different things that would look cool in the game room on the shelves, and of course the boys, Bowen and Ren, are both avid collectors of Transformers, and they're always hunting for that elusive G1s. You see this out a lot now, a lot of Capitals jerseys and memorabilia, because of course the Washington Capitals won the Stanley Cup this year. That guy's out there often. I've seen that about 4 or 5 times this summer. Now this was pretty cool. I just had done this on one of my obscure toy lines. Check that out if you want to see some cool 70s, 80s, and 90s toys from our childhood that you might not necessarily remember. I picked up that Monster Face, and this guy had a few other die-cast cars, but he was asking a lot. And again, you can see the great camera work of the boys. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of cutting all of these scenes because I do need some video, and it gives me a chance to talk to you guys too. You can see one-handed recording, and he's kind of like digging around, rummaging for things. If I left the audio on, it would have been hilarious. These two guys were arguing with each other the whole time, who was going to get the first Transformer, who was going to get the first figure. And right here, I'm guessing that this is Ren, my younger nephew, recording this because he's really into these hockey collectible figures. They come with a little card. I think it's a game, but they just use them, as figures on the shelf. Watching this video clip, if it's not on the ground, if it's on one of the tables, Ren's at a real disadvantage looking at stuff. Some of the things are just out of his eye view. You can see how low down he is. Like, obviously it's in his hand, but still, you hold it up to around eye level to look through the screen. Pokemon cards, coins, even old currency. You see all this stuff on tables often. A lot of Lord of the Rings stuff I've noticed too lately. I don't know if people are just dumping their stuff, if there's like a resurgence in people looking for it. But I noticed that a lot of the Lord of the Rings bookends, stone figures, even the DVDs are out on tables a lot more often lately. I don't know, I just saw one up in the top corner of this clip and it popped in my mind. I think right around here the boys lost total interest of recording stuff because the next table that they see had a lot of retro stuff that everyone's into, and they just had to run towards it. So I went back to recording for the most part. So you see here they have dinosaur toys. Remember the television show from the 90s? Transformers, hockey figures, big Jim figure next to that. These are the Action Masters. Remember where they didn't transform? They were always just in robot mode. Pops. Back there was a Batwing from the '89 Batman series. Lots of wrestling toys. Rings. There's always wrestling rings at the flea market. Coming up in a few seconds, I took a picture of it. I didn't get a chance to record at that spot because the boys had the camera at the time. But let me know down in the comments if you see the same thing now with the classic, the Nintendo Mini Classic coming out and being more readily available in Targets and Walmarts now. I'm seeing tons of these knockoff ones, with 450, 600 games in one on them. Like this guy's table was flooded with both of them, and now they were like 50% of what they were just a few weeks ago. I think he's trying to get $30 out of them now. Here's Ren making his first purchase of the day. San Jose Sharks fan, so he bought himself a nice glass, and yes, that is a Nathan's hot dog hat he's got on. He was asking about the Stanley Cup too, but the guy said it was just for display. Something that I haven't seen, so again, the boys had the camera, I had to get my phone out and record this. This is like a 1970 whatever box for Lego, the building toy set, where it didn't come with instructions, it just came with a bunch of blocks that you would put together. $15 on it, the boxes are taped up, there was 2 of them, it's a 450 piece set. I just thought that was really cool. I apologize for my finger being there. And then again, this clip, this is the mini flea market that's at the edge of our town. This place used to be awesome back in Flea Market Adventures 7 and 8. But, we still found a couple of things. They had a couple of cool toys and some KO Transformers, which was really nice. But this place has seen better days. 1985 dinosaur set. I think these would look good on a shelf. Some USB plugged SNES and NES controllers. The guy was trying to tell me that they were super old and super rare. And I showed him the end. I said, this goes into a computer. It's like, yeah, I know, old computer stuff. 2 Genesis, no controllers. This is one of the indoor flea markets. A bunch of Transformers, which were half the price of Walmart prices. I really like finding stuff like that. A couple of original G.I. Joes. You gotta look for that scar on the face. I have no idea about those G.I. Joes, so if $50 for an original G.I. Joe is a good price, let me know, because we will be back in the States probably in September. See Wii's and wires all over. Like, I like these indoor flea markets because you just dig, you rummage, you find cool stuff. If you notice, the Star Wars stuff is still on the wall too, and they've actually added to it. If you remember from an earlier episode, I asked if I should pick those Star Wars characters up, that 3-pack for the collector's edition. Most people said no because they don't hold their value well from that particular Star Wars line. This was just a box of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. I think they were 50 cents a piece. I know there's people that like to collect VHS. I don't know if there's anything of value in there, but in the early 90s, I liked his movies. I was a fan. Still watch Bloodsport every now and then. And again, what I love about big indoor flea markets like this is there's always new booths, there's always new people selling stuff on consignment. Like I had mentioned before, we come here, you know, at least once a month, and you always see something different. Knock on wood, I've always found something great for the game room, or something that I could trade to a friend or flip for a couple of bucks. Whether it be a Teddy Ruxpin, a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo, Atari stuff. Like, I've been coming to this place, I would say since like 2011. I've made it a point every time we're in the city of Plattsburgh, we come here. And again, there's that collector's pack. You know, everyone in the comments talked me out of it. I think it's $15, $20, but everyone said that that's just not the series to collect for. And again, the Queen Amidala stuff from Episode 1, I heard that that's kind of stuff that you want to stay away from, unless you're a hardcore Star Wars collector. I'm not. The Token NES, didn't pick this one up. You know, $40, especially in American, is just too much for Nintendo. I like to buy them at about $20, $25, make sure they're working, pair it with a game, sell it for about $50. I'm kind of regretting not picking this up, the 1989 Michael Keaton Piggy Bank. It was only a couple of bucks. I think I should get it next time I go back. Dallas passed up the Dallas Television role-playing game. I thought she should have bought that just for her namesake game. And while we're in Plattsburgh, we also got to the Comic-Con, August 4th and 5th. We went on the 4th, the Saturday. We met Brian O'Halloran and Jeff Harnos from Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, one of those shows. He's not with them anymore, he's doing his own thing. Really cool guy, got to talk to them for a while, bought a couple of things. Brian O'Halloran is surprisingly very cool, and he was writing all of his quotes on people's DVDs. There's about 75 sellers, there was paintings, like I said, there was a few quote-unquote celebrities. The video game prices were a little too high for me, but everything else was really great. They had food, they were going to have a few panels, they even had a Smash Brothers tournament going on. So overall, I would say Plattsburgh Comic-Con is definitely worth checking out if you can get to it next year. But don't just take my word.
I would go back to Comic-Con, Plattsburgh Comic-Con, yeah, I would go back. It's awesome.
Bone and Ren came to a lot of flea markets, yard sales, and the Comic-Con with me over the summer holiday. And they just wanted to show you guys some of the things that they picked up. So Ren with his Darth Vader and Bowen with his Transformers. Ren, not afraid to get in front of the camera, to hold the camera. Bowen's a little more shy when the camera's on him.
Is this recording?
Mm-hmm.
Take two.
And I'll just give you that video clip again of everything that I picked up over summer vacation. And guys, the video quality and the editing will get better. Again, like, I just wanted to relax this summer, and doing stuff for YouTube wasn't a top priority. I wanted to be with my family, I wanted to relax, hang out with friends, really recharge. And I think that was a good thing, because just working on this video now, I have so many ideas of things that I want to do in the near future in terms of editing and music and just topics for the videos. So like right now, like, I'm just sitting in my living room working on my not so great laptop, and I can't wait. Like, I'm looking forward to doing new videos now, getting back on a stronger computer with my editing software and the good microphone, etc, etc. So, you know, look forward, I hope that you look forward to upcoming videos on Loch Ness Monster, because they are coming. And now I'm going to show you, like I always do at the end of these episodes, everything I picked up, and I've got a special guest to help me out at the beginning.
Oh, look, the baby's on the camera. Oh, monsters, eh? Oh, wrestlers. Oh, you see the monsters? Look at the camera, Arkham, look. Oh, look at the baby. Hi, baby. Hey, hi. Okay, guys, so so adding to the collection of my LJN WWF Superstars, we have
some really good LJN figures. So this one is from the flea market. LJN Hulk Hogan, spent $8 on him. From the indoor flea market in Plattsburgh, LJN Hulk Hogan, also $8, but in US currency. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, again $8 from the States. Macho Man Randy Savage, $8. Bruno Sammartino, $5. From Target, I found Slash for $8. Transformers. Another Transformer from the indoor flea market. This was Nitro for $13. At a yard sale, a Haunting, $1. This was from Discovery Channel. Keeping with the scary horror theme, Rosemary's Baby for $1 from a yard sale. This was from Plattsburgh Comic Con. It was a Power Rangers print. It was free. Looks okay. Two more Wrestlers from the Plattsburgh Comic Con, $5 each. The indoor flea market, an NES Adventures of Tom Sawyer with the booklet. I don't have it. Shaq Fu for $3. I don't know why I keep picking these up. I give them to my friends that don't want them. Plattsburgh Comic Con, add to my He-Man collection, Buzz Off. Also for the He-Man collection, Ram Man. Legs still work well. Broadside Transformers. Really happy to get this. This is Perceptor. Again, a Transformer. My Lone G1 from the Comic-Con, Twin Twist, $4. From a yard sale, I picked up a Xbox One game, regular Xbox paintball, but it also had Halo inside of it. They usually do. From that little flea market, I found the KO G1 Transformers for Devastator. From my little mom and pop thrift store, a sealed Cosmic Arc Atari 2600 game for $2.50. In the free takeaway box, Ninja Scroll, pretty damn cool. Yard sale PS4 games, NHL 17 for $2. Of course I'm going to pick it up. Along with GTA 5, $2. Discs look great. And also, finally seeing Wii U stuff out at yard sales, Wind Waker, $2. Too big for one of the Transformer shelves. I'm going to have to move them, but this is Starscream Barrel Roll Blaster for $2 from a yard sale. And then all those great deals at the beginning of the summer for Amazon, they were all about $11. Moonracer, Jazz, and these are all Power of the Primed Transformers, again from the Amazon.ca deals, the Canadian one. I picked up all the Dinobots, Sludge, Snarl, Slug, Swoop, and of course Grimlock. I'm going to leave them in dinosaur mode. I'm not going to put them all together for the combiner. I don't really like the way it looks. Inferno. And from Walmart Toys R Us liquidations, I was able to pick up all the Transformer pieces to make Abominus. So these were between $9 and $12, $13. Also, Sea Spray and Cosmos, they were $7. And the G1 reissues are starting to come out. I couldn't help myself, I had to pick up Bumblebee. From that indoor flea market again, a couple of Thundercat villains, between $5 and $8. At the flea market, one of the first things I found this year was a Softhead Leonardo for $1. A few more He-Man villains. That He-Man shelf is looking mighty nice. Found myself a Mega Man X for $20, pretty clean. From that same table, a nice boxed CIB Gotcha for the NES. Towards the end of summer, I went back to the Ma and Pa thrift shop, and they actually had a few things. UMD He-Man for the PSP, Tekken 6, Dark Mirror from Siphon Filter, $3. And the only one I spent $4 on because I wanted to grab them all, and I just never saw this game before, The Con. Some really cool minifigures for $2 each. If you look closely, the Hulkster is missing some fingers. Now this, I finally got to use my Father's Day gift certificate at Microjou, so I picked up a few games: Battletoads Double Dragon, Kid Nicky, Mystic Quest on the SNES, and Top Player Tennis for the NES. So I picked up those 4 games. It was a $100 gift certificate, so I'll let you divide up those prices as you see fit. Obviously the lion's share going to Battletoads Double Dragon. Another cool thing that I never got to show everyone, but again for Father's Day, Dallas picked this up for me, the animated series Batwing. And obviously you guys can read the text, what they are, where it's from, how much it costs, but sometimes I like to read what the item is and tell a little bit of the story, and I've been told by some viewers that sometimes they'll have the video playing in the background and they'll just be listening to me without actually watching some of it. So again, you'll see the picture scroll and what it is, and you might be asking, Loch's Nest, why is everything so out of order? Why don't I have all the yard sale stuff together? Why don't I have all the flea market stuff together? These pictures I'm trying to keep chronologically throughout the 7 weeks of my summer vacation, so when you see it pop up, that's what I picked up and for how much. Like, I'm trying to keep it, you know, like if I pick this up the first 2 weeks and then as opposed to like the 4th, 5th week, you know, you guys know how chronologically works. I'm rambling. You know, I'm recording this right now and it's Sunday night. I'm going back to work tomorrow morning after being off for 7 weeks. Looking forward to it. And job change again, if some of you don't know, I was the computer teacher for 6 years at the school up the hill, and now I'm moving back to down the hill, the English school, and I'm gonna be the phys ed teacher again. So, you know, different, exciting, it's gonna be fun. And on that note, guys, as we finish up with these Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games that I picked up, I just want to say I didn't lose subscribers. I think I lost 1 or 2 subscribers. So, you know, being off for this long, 6 weeks, I really appreciate everyone sticking around. It means a lot to me, and I promise I'm going to come back better with more videos. I'm going to get back to my weekly schedule. It's just like I said, I had to take summer vacation off, and, you know, I just really appreciate everyone coming back and watching the show. So hopefully I hear from you down in the comments, answer one of those questions, or let me know, what did you find this summer on your flea market adventures, on your yard sale hunting? I'd really love to hear from you. Till next time, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'm out of here.